Our bodies evolved expecting a place a little bit like this. Even our eyes have adapted to see more shades of green than any other colour in the spectrum. Today we tend to live in buildings like this one, with no natural light and very few natural resources around us. One of the problems with the modern body is that we just don't do enough of this. Instead, we spend our time in cars. 41% of people aged between 40 and 60 in the UK walk for less than 10 minutes every month. I'm by Cregan-Reid and I'm an author and an academic. I'm the author of Footnotes, How Running Makes Us Human, and of Primate Change, How the World We've Made is Remaking Us. Both books are about our bodies and the places where we live, and also how we try to do things in those places. It looks at everything from the tips of our toes all the way to the tops of our head, looking at how, as we've changed the environment and made simple, often minor changes to how we live, how that can have a big impact on what happens in our bodies. So our DNA adapted over millions of years. It was something that made us ideal hunters out on the savannas of Africa. But now that we live in places that are mainly made of concrete and glass, our bodies are not so perfectly adapted for them. So there are all kinds of changes that are taking place in the human body. For example, the width of our jaws. If I was born 10,000 years ago, my jaw would be much wider. It would also be longer. There's also a much better chance that my teeth would actually fit in my head. And this is because our diet and the way that we grow food has changed substantially in the last 10 to 20,000 years. Our jaws, by the time we get to our adolescence, should be much longer and stronger, so that when our DNA has a plan for our adult teeth to come through, there should be plenty of space in there. But there isn't, so almost everybody in the UK has to have dental work, not just fillings, but they have to have teeth out, they have to have wisdom teeth removed. Sometimes wisdom teeth can't come through because there's so much crowding. But that's just one example. In my talk, I'm going to be talking about much more, focusing on our feet. So I hope to see you at Feet, Fascia and Function at the Natural History Museum in November. Thanks very much.